Coming up on this special summer edition of the Met Report, a new price rate for RTD riders.
And how to reduce your risk of skin cancer. And thanks for watching the Met Report. I'm Melissa Teasdale.
And I'm Peter Aragon. Many students here on the Rary campus use the RTD bus or light rail. Well, now it will cost a little extra to use it. Met reporter Chris Gibson has more.
The Roxy Theater, Dave and Buster's. What do all these fun places have in common? They're all accessible by light rail. And these are just a few of the great places that you can visit without worrying about the price of gas or adding the stress of driving to your day. So why aren't more people riding? The reason may be RTD's 2011 fare increase. All local bus rides went up 25 cents, and monthly bus passes increased by $7. But RTD says it's a small price to pay for having one of the best transit systems in the country. According to a study done by Brookings Institute, Denver ranked 6th out of 100 metro areas in effectively transporting citizens to their destinations. Whether you ride or drive, listen to this. Every year, public transportation saves more than 37 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions. That is enough to power every household in LA, Washington, D.C., New York City, and Denver combined. With the Met Report, I'm Chris Gibson.
Students from the Department of Aviation and Aerospace Science won the most prestigious collegiate aviation award, the Loaning Trophy. This award is presented annually by the National Intercollegiate Flying Association Foundation for excellence in aeronautical skills and an overall outstanding collegiate aviation program. Elements of the award include academics, community involvement, aviation skills, safety, and an ability to advance the profession. The Metro State Flight Team placed 14th overall in the national competition.
Congratulations to them. After months of arguing between Republicans, Democrats, and President Obama, there is now an approved budget agreement intended to head off the potential government default. President Obama and congressional leaders agreed upon a deal that would raise the debt ceiling up to $2.4 trillion, enough to keep borrowing through 2013. It also calls for $2.4 trillion in spending cuts over the next 10 years, with $900 billion in cuts to happen immediately. Many contributed the end to the standoff to return of Democrat Gabrielle Giffords from Arizona, who returned to the floor for the first time since being shot in the head. President Obama said that this compromise would allow the U.S. to avoid default and end the crisis that Washington imposed on the rest of America.
With the debt ceiling compromise, there comes a lot of emotion concerning what this new strategic plan means. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet held a town hall open forum right here on the Rary campus.
For the first time in financial history, student loan debt now exceeds the amount of credit card debt, according to the Federal Reserve. The report says that there's $830 million in student loan debt and only $825 million in credit card debt. Financial analysts say this is due to students more likely to borrow money for school due to rising tuition. The main concern is that unlike credit card debt, people cannot have federally granted student loans erased by declaring bankruptcy. I have a lot of student loans that I'm not sure how I'm going to pay back for.
My parents never allowed me to take out student loans, and I now know why.
I wish my parents would have done that for me.
Exactly. Coming up after the break, one big store has opened up here in Denver.
And the Met Report has found one of our reporters.
Believe in yourself, realize that anything is possible, keep your eyes on the prize.
When you're at your weakest point, grace can rise up and pull you out.
So I felt like I was filling a void.
Even when I'm faced with difficult situations, I can always find something to smile about.
Little simple ways. I mean, there's really lots of things you can plug into.
Welcome back. Well, it looks like we have once again lost one of our reporters in Denver.
No, we didn't. She's sitting right there next to you.
Oh, well, hello, Laura. Well, we now welcome Laura Griffith to the desk for this segment, Losing Laura.
Thanks, guys. And no, I am not lost in Denver this week, but I'm hoping to get you lost. Well, unfortunately, fall semester is just around the corner, which means summer activities are coming to an end. I know, I'm sad too. But there are so many activities that I couldn't pick just one to get lost at this week. So I picked out a few places you need to hit up before you hit those books. First off, America's best water park, Waterworld, closes September 5th and is just $36 per person. If you haven't gone yet this summer, don't miss out. For something a little less wet, Film on the Rocks, put on by the Denver Film Society, is at Red Rocks and features a band and a movie. It ends August 22nd with Friday the 13th and is at 6:30 for just $12. The Real Pirates exhibit at the Museum of Nature and Science looks into the lives of real pirates with artifacts from the sunken pirate ship Whydah. The event ends August 21st and tickets are just $13 for students. But it's not all bad news that summer's ending, because Oktoberfest is coming during September in Denver's historic ballpark neighborhood. But remember, only 21 and up, and please drink responsibly. Well, like all these events, all good things must come to an end, including this segment. I'm Laura Griffith with Losing Laura. Check out the next episode of the Met Report to see where in Denver I turn up next.
Thank you, Laura. You know, one of those events I'm really looking forward to is Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Melissa, how about you?
Oh.
Unfortunately, no. I will not be going to Oktoberfest, but I will be hitting up Waterworld pretty soon.
Nice.
Well, thank you again, Laura. Well, just all those events that Laura just mentioned, you're outside in the sun, and that's one thing you should be concerned about this summer. Ro Baker has more.
Approximately 1 in 5 people will develop a skin cancer in their lifetime. Particularly at risk are those who live in higher altitudes, such as here in Colorado.
We have an average about 300 sunny days a year, so our risk is a lot greater here in Colorado.
We all enjoy the summer sun, but no matter where you live or where you were born, we all have to be careful.
No matter your ethnic background, your race, you're always at risk for skin cancer.
With malignant melanoma being the deadliest form, skin cancer is the most prevalent of all types of cancers. In the United States alone, more than 1 million cases are diagnosed each year. Stephen is a Metro State student who has to think twice before even stepping out his front door.
I was actually diagnosed about 2-3 months ago. It was a form of malignant melanoma. It's just a little thing that's on the back of my mind. It's like, okay, you know, it's like, it's pretty hot today. Hopefully I'm not getting affected. You know, it's like making sure I have to wear sunscreen in the, you know, all times of the day, especially if I go outside. Even if I'm not going out, just be prepared to have sunscreen on anyway.
Ultraviolet radiation, or UVs for short, are noted to be amongst the highest factors associated with most skin cancers. And since sunlight is one of our principal sources of UV rays, areas with higher levels of exposure are at greater risk. Although May is officially recognized as Skin Cancer Prevention Month, it is highly encouraged for all individuals to have regular skin exams that could potentially lead to early detection. This is Ro Baker for the Met Report.
A retail frenzy has broken in the Denver metro area. Swedish home goods retailer IKEA opened its doors recently in Centennial. The store is more than 4,000 square feet located just west of Interstate 25, southeast of Dry Creek Road, and north of East County Line Road near Park Meadows. The retailer has garnered an avid following among customers who like its modern, expensive furniture and accessories. There are more than 300 IKEA stores in 38 countries. The Dumb Friends League is giving you a chance to give back to the animals that are still looking for a home. From now to August 24th, you can drop off gently used t-shirts and sweatshirts to help the Dumb Friends League make blankets to keep the little ones warm. You can drop off donations in the Tivoli Room 260. If you have any questions, contact Kyra Tarbell at 303-556-3944. There are definitely some t-shirts that I have in my closet that I've been looking to get rid of, and might as well give it to a good cause.
You know, I'm sure everyone can go in their closet and find at least 1 or 2 things they can give to this cause.
Exactly.
Well, coming up after the break, Ben Smith joins us to get us updated on everything in Hollywood.
Hey Metro, this is Hassan Shah giving you the Mile High Scoop on what goes on in Denver. And I'm Annalisa Blanco, your inside source to everything in Hollywood.
EntertainMET is your connection to the hottest celebrities, whether it's in Denver or Hollywood.
So make sure to check us out every week on Met Radio and the Met Report. Also, follow us on Twitter and become a fan on Facebook. We'll see you on campus.
Welcome back. Many shocked and emotional Norwegians are still trying to recover from the twin attacks where at least 77 people were killed. Norwegians held emotional rallies around the country Monday evening to remember the victims of the bombing in Oslo and mass shooting on Utøya Island. More than 150,000 people attended rallies in Oslo and other cities in Norway. Andreas Behring Breivik, who confessed to the mass murder, has presented 2 long lists of demands to police in exchange for his cooperation, including that his mental state be examined by specialists from Japan.
Such a tragic event in such a peaceful country, and our hearts go out to Norway. On a more lighter note, next up is Ben Smith for EntertainMET, Metro's source for everything Hollywood. So what's going on in entertainment this week, Ben?
Thanks, Melissa. Hey everyone, and welcome to EntertainMET, your source for gossip from the streets of Denver to the red carpets of Hollywood. I'm Ben Smith, and here is the scoop. Many people have been enjoying their summer at Civic Center Eats Outdoor Cafe in Denver. If you're looking for something different to do during the lunch hour, head down to Civic Center Park next to the Capitol building and enjoy great food al fresco and live music. The cafe takes place every Tuesday and Thursday between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. from Memorial Day through Labor Day. This event will benefit the Civic Center Conservancy, a nonprofit dedicated to restoring, enhancing, and activating Denver's historic Civic Center Park. Food trucks seem to be the trend these days, as Season 2 of the Great Food Truck Race starts Sunday, August 14th at 10 p.m. on Food Network. Hosted by Tyler Florence, this show will follow 8 gourmet food trucks across the United States on a culinary road trip, serving up delicious entrees ranging from the classics, such as sandwiches, burgers, and tacos, to more exotic fare such as Vietnamese, French, and even Cuban cuisines. On a more somber note, the death of Amy Winehouse shocked the world on the morning of July 23rd. The 27-year-old singer-songwriter was found dead in her London home by her bodyguard early Saturday morning. Winehouse, whose 2006 album Back to Black put her on the map, was no stranger to controversy, as she has experienced problems ranging from drug and alcohol addiction to domestic abuse and even rumors of suicidal behavior. While there were no evidence of drugs in her house and the cause of death has yet to be determined, many of those close to her suspect alcohol withdrawal complications to be the cause of her demise. Winehouse was a successful musician whose jazz, soul, and R&B influences helped her become the first British woman to win 5 Grammys, including Best New Artist. We at the Met Report send our best regards to the family and friends of Amy Winehouse. Okay, now we can return to the brighter side of things, such as the new season of The Office. Season 8 of The Office is scheduled to premiere in September, and for the first time without Steve Carell. While it is still unknown who will be the new Office manager, it is confirmed that James Spader will play a big part starring in at least 15 episodes. I think that I speak for many when I express my excitement for the new season of The Office. I think that this season could be the best yet. Well, thanks for tuning in. That's all for this week's edition of EntertainMET. I'm Ben Smith. Back to you guys.
Well, I hear 8th time is a charm.
It should be. I mean, they always put on great shows there.
They do.